So we're going to take a second and look at the Folger Adams 80 series lever tumbler lock. And this isn't going to be an exhaustive explanation, but just enough to help you get it open and get it back together. We have our paracentric key here. We can take a look at our key and we can read our key. By looking at this key, I'm able to tell right here that the cuts of this are 4, 3, 4, 5, 1. So that's my tumblers, 4, 3, 4, 5, 1. We'll lay this lock down, easy to open. You just take this one screw, you'll find it here, and that's the only thing that holds this lock together. It'll come apart quite easy. And then we're just going to take the cover off this lock. Sometimes those lever tumbler springs are going to want to pop out at you. Okay, and so just holding this right now, you can see this. These are our lever tumblers. These are the springs that ride up here on the inside right there. And then we'll just pull these out, okay? And like we said, it's 1, 5, 4, 3, 4. And we'll remember that, so we put it back. Pull it apart, you can put it back in the same order. You won't have any trouble if you're not good at reading your keys. Now the other thing you'll find is this right here, which is your pressure sensitive bearing. That should always be inside our lock. Our actual cylinder where our keyway is contained right here. And then we have our deadbolt right here. And that's all that's inside this lock. It is the most secure lock we have in detentions, and it is actually one of the simplest locks. Now to put this back together, we'll just lay that deadbolt in there, and then we can put our cylinder back in. And you can see our cylinder can operate this without any problem. Without any tumblers, this lock will work just fine. Okay, so we're ready to go ahead and reload it. And I'll reload it just like this, right here. And we'll put our tumblers back in. You want to make sure your spring side goes up. Put your pressure sensitive bearing in first, and then you just use your spring, goes against the top of the lock, just like that, spring right up in here, okay? So there is 4, 3, 4. Sometimes these tumblers are marked. If they come that way, that's easy. Sometimes they're not. That can be difficult. You'll have to learn how to read those and size those. 4, 3, 4, 5. And our last cut on our key was a 1. Okay? Then get that all to ride in there. Take your cover, put it back on. Your screw right here. Tighten it down. Take our key. Insert it, and the lock works, just as it should. Folger Adams 80 series lever tumbler lock. Like I said, it's not everything you need to know about this lock. How do you read your key? Some other things that you might run into. Typically these are 5 tumblers, 5-pin systems. Sometimes they can be 6, but most of the time you're going to run into this. All of that can be covered at another time, but that'll help you get into your lever tumbler lock, pull it apart so you can service it, put it back together.